to our live Mulan program. Remember to pick up your activity pack at one of our libraries. As a reminder, every week all summer we explore different fairy tales, and you can pick up activity packs to go with those programs at any of our Osceola libraries the week prior. Now just remember, tell us how many are watching with you today in the comment or chat box. And now, introducing, who are you?
I'm the proud, brave warrior, Mulan, the boy. Yes.
Excuse me, Mulan is a girl.
That can't be right. Girls can't be warriors.
You can't? And Miss Michelle!
Hi, welcome families, and yes, this is Miss Michelle, and today I'm bringing you a story of Mulan. The original story of Mulan was actually based on a 5th century Chinese poem called Ballad of Mulan. The original poem was actually a short fable designed to show gender equality, but in the following centuries it was developed until Mulan became a legendary figure. And now our story of Mulan. A sigh, another sigh. Mulan sits at the doorway in front of her loom, but the loom is silent. Instead, we can only hear the sound of her sigh. Girl, who are you thinking about? Girl, who do you long for? I'm sorry. I can only think of my father. You can see the Khan is issuing drafts and my father's name is on the list. I have no older brothers to go in their place. I am willing to buy a horse and saddle. I will take my father's place in battle. So she buys a fine horse at the East Market. She buys a bridle at the West Market. She buys a saddle and a blanket at the South Market, and she buys a long whip at the North Market. At dawn, she leaves her parents' house and camps beside the Yellow River before dusk. From far away, she cannot hear the sound of her parents calling for her, Mulan, only the sound of rushing waters of the Yellow River. She leaves the Yellow River at dawn and reaches the Black Mountain. From far away, she cannot hear her family calling her, Mulan, only the cries of battle. The sound of a war gong pierces the air. The winter sun is shining brightly on her coat of steel. The general is dead after 100 battles, and the warriors return after 10 years. They return to see the emperor sitting in his royal court. He enrolls his scroll to merit a dozen times, giving awards to hundreds and thousands of men. The Khan asks Mulan what she desires. And Mulan says, I have no need to be promoted to a prominent position. I only ask for a horse that can travel 1,000 miles that can take me back home. Her parents hear that the daughter has returned and they welcome her. They meet her at the gates of town and she gets to go back home. And Mulan says, I open the door to my eastern chamber and sit in the bed of the western chamber. I took off my military robes and put on my old clothes. I sit in front of the windows as I comb my long hair and look into the mirror as I apply makeup. I go outside to see the comrades. So her friends have come from the war. But when they see Mulan, they're astounded. We traveled together for 10 years, but we never suspected that Mulan was a woman. Most people tell the gender of a rabbit by its movements, Mulan says. The male runs quickly while the female often keeps her eyes shut. But when the two rabbits run side by side, can you really tell if it's a him or a her? In the story of Mulan, though it is a fictional story, it does give a lot of girls a lot of, it makes them feel empowered. And this was a fictional character, and though she was a fictional character, there are 2 statues in China that are made just for Mulan. This is one where the emperor is giving her a prize or merit, or trying to give her a reward for her 10 years of service, and she didn't want it. And Mulan is one of the most prominent female figures in China today. But I want to show you what we got over here. So today, if you picked up your Mulan activity packet, you would have got the packet with instructions. You have got a dragon that you get to color any color you want. You would have received a green piece of paper and, of course, chopsticks. So what you're going to do is you are going to color the tail and the head and the front claw and the back claw any color you want. Then you're going to cut it out. Once you cut it out, you're going to take your green paper and you're going to do what's called a fan fold, where you fold it forward and backwards and forward and backwards. And then you keep going till you get to the end of the paper. And when you do, then you're going to glue the tail, the back foot, and the head onto your accordion style paper. And then the best part is when you get to take your chopsticks, break them apart. And I'm going to use tape. I found that tape works the best for me. I'm going to tape on one on the tail end, one on the front end, and now you have your own dragon. It could be any color. I'm excited. If you guys do a dragon, make sure to post your pictures in the comments so Miss Michelle can see what they look like. All right, I have another activity that was on the sheet, which is on the back. We'll skip down to this one. This is how to make an origami fortune cookie. And it's very easy. For this one, you're going to take colored paper, okay, and you can use any kind of paper that you want. I had some leftover scrapbook paper, but some of them were plain, so I actually took markers and decorated them myself. Some of them already have decorations on them, but you can get creative and make whatever color you want. Now for this size circle, I just took a lid off of a jar, put it on the paper and traced around it. If you can't find that big, you can go as small as this. This is about 4 inches across. But you're simply going to take one of your pieces of paper. You're going to fold it from bottom to top, make it look like a taco, and you're going to pinch only the middle. Okay, pinch only the middle. Then you're going to let it open, and you're going to put your finger on each side. Now we're going to fold it from this side to this side and make another taco looking shape. You're going to take a little bit of glue, put it inside, hold that there for a couple seconds, and then right here where you made that little crease earlier, you're going to put your finger there and you're going to push until you touch your other fingers. Then you're going to take this finger and fold it like that, and you have a fortune cookie. Now I'm going to do this one more time, and this time I'm going to show you how to put the fortune in the cookie when you do it. Now to get it to close up, you're going to use a little bit of glue again, and you can use either a clothespin or a little paper clip to hold it closed so the glue sticks. All right, we're going to make one more. Are you ready? Got your circle, folding the bottom to the top. Oh, let me get this. Here we go. Fold the bottom to the top, crease, just like that. Let it open, fold over, little glue, point that finger to push it to those fingers, push it down over here, like that. Before you can take your little fortunes, put it in here, Push it closed. And there you go. Your fortune sticks out a little bit. You can use longer ones if you want. You can use colored ones if you want. Or if you want, you can type out little fortunes if you'd like. You can make up your own sayings, or you can always find on the internet Chinese fortune cookie fortunes. Then I'm going to simply take another paper clip and close this, and then when it's dry, I'll pull out the paper clip, and then you have fortune cookies. And these make great Valentines. If you want to do a Valentine ones, you can make them specially for your friends as well. Okay, so if you would come over here, we've got one more thing left. That's perfect. Our last one is something Mr. Jonathan and Miss Sarah's been waiting all day for. Fried rice. I love fried rice. Now, I didn't have time to make it all up here, so I made this one at home. And I brought it in and I've heated it up. Mr. Jonathan and Miss Sarah, would you like to join us?
Yes,
Thank
we'd love
you.
to.
I'm going to put on my gloves because I'll be touching food that they're going to eat. You each get to pick a chopstick.
Ooh.
Of
I
course.
love chopsticks.
Ooh, all right.
Of course. All right. So our fried rice, it's still a little warm, so I'm going to hold it with this for a minute. Whew, there we go. Okay, if you look at your fried rice, this is what it will look like when it's done. You can use, I was going to use peas like the recipe said, but I actually had edamame left. So I used that. I had onions and carrots. I had some green onions, so I added those. The soy sauce and the egg like the recipe calls for. Sometimes though you have leftover broccoli. Maybe you want to use a little broccoli. Be creative with it. Use your favorite vegetables. All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
I know you guys have been waiting for this.
Well, Miss Michelle dumps that out. If you ever have chopsticks that you get and they have a little splinter, all you gotta do is you rub them together, and then it'll get rid of those little splinters for your hands. So
That
as you
is
go back and
super
forth,
cool.
it's like you're sharpening a knife, and then you won't get little splinters in your fingers. How
Oh,
about
well,
that?
thank you. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Jonathan.
All right. You guys want to see how chopsticks are held? I'm not an expert, but I do okay.
I'm pretty proud of you guys. You guys said you could do it, so I was proud of you guys.
Right.
All right, ready to taste it?
Yes, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't get very much. Oh, really
That's
good.
so good.
Thank you. Thank you,
Miss
guys.
Michelle.
You're welcome. And boys and girls, thank you for joining me today. And I'm going to toss it back to you guys. You can finish your fried rice later. I know.